Okay, people, so we're going to be doing a preview for Trinidad and Tobago versus Bermuda. Now, this team here, Bermuda, they have been overachieving. Bermuda is a team that we haven't been hearing within the Caribbean footballing space. However, they have vastly improved over the years. And even with some, transfers, the foreign-based players, they have been switching their nationalities, and now Bermuda have a team that could compete somewhat at the highest level, at least within the Caribbean footballing space. So Bermuda, unfortunately, they are touted as the worst team in the group, especially by the FIFA ranking metric. So there's a pressure on the Trinidad and Tobago football team now that they should get 3 points from this team here. Based on the track record from Bermuda during these same World Cup Qualifiers, they played Jamaica and they lost 4-0, and then they played Curacao and lost 3-2, which was actually a shocker because a lot of people thought that, hey, it would be a massacre once again. But for some weird reason, Bermuda actually scored. And even within patches of the game against Jamaica, even though losing 4-0, of course a scoreline wouldn't suggest that, they had chances, but Bermuda was pretty decent. And also, let me just eliminate every piece of ego that we may have concerning Bermuda. Now, the last time Trinidad and Tobago played Bermuda, we actually lost. Yeah, we lost 2-1 in a World Cup Qualifier. Yeah, in 2011. So, the arrogance that we going into this game here, we should not have. I think that it's damn near a puncher's chance. We can't just go in there willy-nilly and let's think that, it's easy 3 points. I think that every team is fighting for something, even though Bermuda just might not have the guile to actually, qualify for the World Cup. They still have something to fight for, to say that, they were in the last round and they beat this team here. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we should not approach this game with any arrogance. However, the situation with the Trinidad and Tobago national team is that we have a group of players and we're under a pretty much new coach in Dwight York. We have to bear in mind that Dwight York probably only win like 3 games. So it's safe to say that we still haven't found our equation. We haven't found the results as yet that we could carry on and say, well, yeah, this is what we're doing to move forward. We're still within the storming stage of this group. Yeah, we haven't reached that norming stage as yet where we can actually say, yeah, he for sure is a showing, because in reality, we don't have the metric or the data to suggest that, yeah, this player needs to play and he needs to play. And in reality, we haven't won enough games to say that this is the right recipe. So I'll get into my starting 11. You guys will let me know in the comment section what you think about it. But I'll put my starting 11 and you'll let me know. So, in goal, I'll put my guy, of course, Mr. Denzel Smith. He's my goalkeeper all day, every day. As long as Marvin Philippe Day, I don't think that there's any, competition for Denzel Smith. Now, the situation here, we have a new right back in Mr. Darren Payne. So, Darren Payne, he plays with the Dutch Eredivisie team Volendam. They are currently like 13th within the Eredivisie. And he has competition with, of course, Crystal Palace's Rio Cardines. Now, I watched some of Mr. Darren Payne's clips, and not only do I think we could even play him, but just based off the fact that Cardines could actually play left back as well too, because Cardines is a versatile player. I want to see him in his setup first, but I don't think he's better than Cardines, if I'm being honest. I really watch who he clips them, and I don't think he's better than Cardines. And I feel as though we should go for the jugular early against Bermuda. I want some elements of experimentation because, again, we do not have the formula. We haven't found the formula. We only have 3 wins to our name under Dwight York. Don't get me wrong, Dwight York is playing good football. I think that the team is playing good football. And it's been small margins that would have been stopping us from getting more wins. But at the end of the day, the metric will provide that we do not have the formula as yet. So some set of experimenting will have to take place, and especially going to a team that we already play already and we drew, we had to change or something. Something has to change. So now we have to experiment, and I may try Mr. Darren Payne on the right and Mr. Rio Cardines on the left. Because I generally can't bench Rio Cardines. I think that he is very technically sound, especially with his crosses. He is something that you just can't give up, man. You can't give up. He every now and again he might be a bit shaky defensively, and again that will come to the territory of being a young defender. Every now and again he might just get caught out, he might just be ball watching, but he always tends to have a solid game, this Mr. Rio Cardine. So I can't not have him on the team, but I definitely need to see Mr. Darren Payne in the team, at least against Bermuda. Now again, no disrespect to Bermuda. I have respect for Bermuda, despite they are touted as the quote-unquote worst team. But some level of experiment have to take place, because this is not the team that we had before is not the formula. Point blank period. So again, Darren Payne Darren Payne on the right, Rio Cardines on the left. The centre-back pairing, I would prefer to have, especially with Bermuda. Now, one thing I am prioritizing with this Bermuda game is that we hike up the goal difference. If it is we're better than them, point blank, I need us to beat them in bad. And I'm not coming off our state of arrogance, but coming down to, if it is we do make it unbeaten, because again, for Trinidad and Tobago to make it as an automatic spot, we have to be flawless. We have to damn near win every single game and hope for the failures of Jamaica, of course. If it is we do make it, gain 4 wins within these last 4 games, then it will come down to goal difference, most likely. So we have to beat in Bermuda bad. So again, I would have Mr. Shiggy and Mr. Kobe Henry as the centre-back pairing. Reason being, I think that they will be able to progress the ball way more better than Mr. Trinidad. Mr. Trinidad has been struggling with his ball distribution, and that is the only asterisk to Mr. Trinidad's game. Again, I have been Trinidad's biggest fan. I've been his biggest advocate. I really like Trinidad. He's a colossus in the back, and maybe for the Jamaica game, he gonna be the best option because of the physicality that Jamaica possess. But in this situation here, where it is against Bermuda in particular, I will talk about Curacao when it is Curacao time reach, but when it is we playing against a team that we should be better than, I would want guys who could give laser point passes. So as soon as Bermuda loses back the ball, we're going back at them again. So Shiggy and Kobe Henry, they have the ability to pass the ball well. So yeah. Now, this one here could be controversial. Now, I like Mr. Daniel Phillips. I think Mr. Daniel Phillips is a decent player. Over the years, he has been a good servant to the TTFA. But I feel as though certain elements to his game aren't we're going to progress the ball properly. I feel as though like he struggles with the half turn. And I guess based on his body composition, digest night game, he's a brolic type of, fighter and enforcer in the midfield. He not really like the silky, smooth with the sleek touches. He not dynamic game. So I pretty much in this, the corporate players that we have right now, I see him as Chelsea fans would know, like a John Obi Mikel. I would see him as someone to come on and show the game. When it is we score goals, he will bring the balance back into the midfield. Where it is we have somebody who will get into the face of the opposing team, who will gain all the tough tackles them. So for me, I think he would be good on the bench. And I would love to see Mr. Molly Khan take his place in the pivot, at least for this game here. this is the experimenting phase again. We have to experiment because, again, we don't have the formula. So I would like Mr. Molikan to take Mr. Phillips's place in the pivot alongside Mr. Andre Rampasad. Yeah, because I think both of them are technically sound. They have the ability to play on the half turn. Yeah, and Molikan has the ability to just both up and forward. Like, he just really fit. Like, and you guys need to see clips of Molikan. No, I know people have the memories of Molikan. Was like last year. Molikan has changed, boy. Molikan is a different human being, boy. I'm telling you, boy. So yeah, Molikan and Mr. Andre Rampasad in pivot. Kevin Molino, he is our cam. No matter, as long as Kevin Molino is fit, I genuinely believe Kevin Molino is still to this day, even old man Kevin Molino, he is still to this day our best midfielder. Yeah, in terms of his mentality, the way he approaches the game, Kevin Molino always needs to start. Now, can he carry out through the 90 minutes? We have to wait and see. People have been saying that he can't make 90 minutes, but I don't see him tiring, in my opinion. In me, I don't see him tiring. But now, again, another controversial point. Now, people, this have been the big talking point since we left the first window of the international break, where it is Trinidad and Tobago didn't score a goal within the 2 games against Jamaica and Curacao. It's safe to say that trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is a definition of insanity. So we need to switch up this front three. That's why I would like to try Mr. Justin Obiku on top, Levi Garcia on the right, and Dante Seeley on the left. Dante Seeley can't play the left. If you look on the foot mob, and if it is actually watches games, then yeah, he does be coming off on the left. I wouldn't say he's dead left-footed. He has some ability, but I think that he could be more on an assisting role. I think having somebody like Dante Seeley, especially with his free kick ability, he needs to be on the pitch. And of course, Levi Garcia is just a unicorn, somebody who just amazing, our talisman, to be honest. And Obiku, he has been scoring goals for Lincoln City, and we might as well try him, especially for this Bermuda game here. He needs to hit the target. As long as we have somebody hitting the target, I believe that we have what it takes to get the 4 wins them. So yeah, that's my team there. Just to go through back one more time. Of course, is Denzel Smith in goal, Darren Payne in right back, the centre back pairing of Mr. Shiggy, Justin Garcia, and Kobe Henry. Left back, we'll try Rio Cardines. And in the midfield pivot, we have Molikan, Andre Rampasad. The cam, we have Kevin Molino. The right wing, Levi Garcia. Left wing, Dante Seeley. And on top, the striker, Mr. Justin Obiku. So yeah, that's my team there, how I will set up for Bermuda. Again, I am prioritizing on trying to find the formula. We had to find the formula. We had to find the team flowing and playing intricate passes. We need to see patterns of play with this team here. We need to find it. So, again, my thoughts on all of this, I feel a lot of pressure with this. Not because of, Bermuda, I fear Bermuda. I don't fear Bermuda. But I'm afraid if it is, we do lose to Bermuda, that would just damage the fan base. That would just start the whole fan base back to square one. And I was prioritizing trying to bring this fan base back to loving Trinidad and Tobago football. After all my videos, I try my best to make them like Trinidad and Tobago football once again. And just by losing to Bermuda, that would just dampen the belief. And I think it would be safe to say we're going to enter into a space of delusion if it is we lose to Bermuda and we still believe that we could go to the World Cup. Matter of fact, if it is we lose to Bermuda, we do not deserve to go to the World Cup, point blank period. But again, let's hope that doesn't happen. I don't want that in the atmosphere. Get away. But again, people, We need to continue showing the support. It's not over. It's not over. I tell you, mathematically we could get there, but we just had to be focused. And I feel as though like the guys they're coming on some form. Everybody and the grandmother have been scoring for this team, even Real Gil. And he's another person that a lot of people have been clamoring for to get a spot on the starting 11. And I do oppose to that. Real Gil is very talented. But you see, Real Gil, this brother here, Nathaniel James, Aubrey, them brothers then need to be impact players running against the tired legs them that we face. I tell you, them guys that are against tired legs will be different. So, yeah, man, you guys can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And tell me what is your match predictions for this game here. I believe that Trinidad and Tobago are going to win this game 4-0. You let me know your thoughts.